It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features the Saints, reigning league MVP. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Saints and the 49ers. All that and more coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Up the middle they go. Goddard. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
But Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Now a 2nd and 6. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
Throwing is Lewis. And he rifles one incomplete.
The Saints at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Lewis. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 6.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw again. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Group E able to add the PAT.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, here's Group E to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Purdy looking to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jenkins. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Purdy. Looking right side, and it's intercepted.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Room to maneuver at the 35.
And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Burgess. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
The point after, good by Groupie.
And it's now 14-0.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down at a yard.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Over the middle, complete. That's Jenkins. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Purdy now to throw.
Illinois State, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Purdy
connects with Kittle underneath.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
The Saints offense and their running back getting set for this next possession.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Burgess. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And taken right on the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Room to maneuver at the 35. Still on his feet.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
Puka Nakua.
59 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And it's now 21-0.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play.
And a nice play there defensively. And this is a new acquisition, Charles. You and I were talking about it pregame. Just signed as a free agent earlier this week.
Love when they pick up those guys with something to prove because any guy who's a free agent off the street, no one else wanted him. So he wants to prove to the rest of the league, you should have signed me first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
down.
down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
3rd and 3. Now Purdy.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll look to set up his blockers. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Goddard, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. On 3rd down, Goddard, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got them another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Lewis. He finds his man, complete. It's Burgess. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Goddard.
And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Lewis. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lewis. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
Now Lewis from the gun on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
The point after, good by Groupie.
And it is 28-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's Purdy. That'll be caught by Foreman.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Operating from the gun, Purdy. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Dixon. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Purdy.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw. Purdy.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Saints offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
Lewis now throwing to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
2 yards to go, second down.
Operating from the gun, Lewis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Lewis. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this one is right down the middle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Final play of the half. Purdy.
Looking sideline, incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando, standing by with that EA.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll start the drive with Dixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Dixon again.
And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 3rd down, Goddard. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
False start, offense.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw, Lewis. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
This is Burgess. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Purdy. Over the middle, complete. That's Jenkins.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the
Personal
backfield.
foul.
They may
Roughing
get
the
15
passer.
more on top of
Defense.
this.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Dixon trying up the middle, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door.
Purdy from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Purdy. He finds his man. Complete. It's Leonard. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jenkins.
And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 11-yard line.
Back to throw. Purdy.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm willing to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Lewis. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And the receivers I know, they have a great deal of confidence. Usually they stand in front of the mirror before games and say, not 1 touchdown, not 2 touchdowns, but 3 touchdowns. Trying to turn this one into a big-time performance.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him. And he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Lewis throwing to start the drive. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Up the middle they go.
Goddard. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback and expected.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 58 yards.
And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger-bodied wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes him so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here. Got into the end zone. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. Back now here in Santa Clara.
Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Purdy, big fourth down play.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized, you know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
They'll run on first down.
Goddard. We're down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing is Lewis.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And his kick is indeed good.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. We're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Purdy. He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Purdy keeps himself upright.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground
to about the 40-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Carry here for Burgess. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The slot man in motion right. Now Lewis.
That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some.
Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Here's Groupie for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Shotgun now with Purdy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down. Purdy, Dixon, complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the 1st at the 32. That'll give them 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Lewis. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Goddard nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
They'll run with Burgess. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Looking to throw. Lewis.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.